Iki mumai.
Jinji.
Mumaya jinji.
Jinji.
Abujan, Joji.
Hello, traveler. Welcome to the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, home of the Wiwa people. We are few in number, around 12,000 people, and we're facing many pressures and changes in this globalized world. Yet at the same time, we are still very jealous of conserving our language, traditions, songs, and stories. We are the guardians of these sacred mountains, which Creator gave us as our home and tasked us with protecting and preserving the balance between all things in creation. You must be careful to make payment to all things when you use them or relate to them, otherwise sickness may come to your family or to the land, the plants, or the animals. Come, sit with me here by the fire. We're gathering tonight to listen to the elders teach. Hopefully we'll hear a song or two. At home, my mother and father sing to me as we work, but usually only the mamos and sagas, our spiritual leaders, are allowed to sing songs and tell stories in these gatherings, and you must never question them. But tonight, they've given permission to another woman and her friends to tell a new story. Who's ever heard of a new story? I thought Abu, the Great Mother, and Serankwa, the Creator Spirit, gave us all the stories and songs we needed. Come closer. The night is dark and it gets cold. I'll help you stay awake because our talks last until dawn. We'll probably hear from a few mamos, and other local authorities will help settle disputes and teach the young people. I'm most interested in what this woman has to say. She must have spent a very long time with the mamos, earning their trust and learning from them for a very long time to be given this privilege. Now, I don't know how the mamos will react if they try to sing. Does she know our songs? If she tries to sing something new, everyone will laugh at her. What did you think of the Saga's song when you first arrived? Even if you spoke our language, you may not understand it. We sing songs in a spirit language, not in our own words. These songs express who we are and teach us who we are meant to be, so I don't think trying to change them or make a new one will be received very well, but we'll see.
A long time ago, the Creator created the earth. There were hills and valleys, there were rippling streams and gurgling waterfalls. There was lush green grass and tall, majestic trees. Then the Creator made animals to fill the land, and birds to fill the skies, and He made fish to fill the waters, and all was perfect. There was complete harmony. And then the Creator put two people on earth. They were put here to protect it and care for it. Rule the earth. Protect it and teach our children to care for and love and respect my creation, the Creator said. Then he gave them rules to follow. These rules, as long as you follow them, will maintain order and harmony and peace on the earth. But the rules also help to maintain the relationship with the Creator. I want to be close to you, the Creator said. I want to be able to talk with you. But if you break my rules, you'll break my relationship too. And if that happens, evil will come. And you will experience pain, sickness, fear, and death. Oh, we will follow the rules, the mother and father said. And they really meant what they said. And then creation was given songs. To each the Creator gave his own song. Together, their songs made beautiful music that reminded them of the perfect creation and that would greatly honor the Creator. Da, 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 da. The moons changed, seasons passed, and the mother and father had children. Their children had children until they made great nations. Some followed the rules, but most forgot the Creator and disregarded his rules. And then great pain, sickness, fear, and death happened. But there were a few who remembered the songs and who followed the rules. And at times they would sing the songs to remind their brothers and sisters of the Creator's rules. Elijah was one man who remembered the songs. He was a great mamo, and he was disturbed because the people were ignoring the Creator's rules. Knowing his duty, he went to the rulers of the people to remind them of the Creator's warning. We must remember the rules, Elijah told the leaders. We will surely experience trouble if we don't. We must change our ways and again follow the Creator's rules that he has given us. But the leaders did not want to be reminded. They became very angry. We are the leaders, they roared. You must not disrespect us and our authority by coming to us in this manner. You must not disrespect and dishonor your elders like this. You must die for this insult. Elijah was very afraid, but he escaped and he ran to the mountains. Afraid of the leaders, Elijah stayed on the mountains many days. And as the days came and went, he saw the pain and the sickness and the fear increasing around him. It was just as the Creator had warned. Then the rains refused to come. The streams and the waterfalls slowly trickled and slowed and then dried completely. The grass became brown and dry. The leaves fell from the trees, leaving the hills naked and the valleys barren. The animals grew skinny and sick from hunger. The birds stopped singing. Elijah wept to see the suffering. But even in his own suffering, he kept singing his song, and he kept following the rules. Remember the Creator, his song reminded. Remember that he formed the lush hills and valleys. Remember that he created the bubbling streams and the gushing waterfalls. That he made the grass and the trees. He gave us each a song. And that he is the one that sustains us. Remember that he wants to be close to us. Remember. 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 Da, 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 da. Every morning and evening, the Creator sent ravens to come listen to the songs. And when they came, they brought Elijah a little bit of bread and a little bit of meat, just enough to sustain him. And as he sang, a little brook bubbled up next to him and gave him just enough water to quench his thirst. So he kept singing his song. Remember, remember. Many days passed. 3 barren planting and harvest seasons came and went. And Elijah was compelled to go back to the leaders of his people. Remember, he told the leaders, we must remember the Creator and his rules so that our relationship can be restored and so the rains can come again. This time the leaders listened. So they gathered all of the people on the top of the mountain and made a grand ceremony to cause the rains to come. But no matter how long they danced or how many offerings they gave, the rain never came. Have you still forgotten? Asked Elijah. The Creator does not care about your ceremonies or your peace offerings. He wants us to remember and honor him. He wants us to obey his rules so that our relationship with him can be restored. Then Elijah bowed reverently on the ground and spoke to the Creator. O Creator God, he said, please show your people that you don't care about ritual and ceremony. Show them that what you want is their obedience and allegiance and loyalty. Restore our relationship with you. And the Creator was pleased, and he answered. And a great fire came like the lightning of a great storm. The leaders and the people recommitted themselves to remembering the Creator and following his ways. Then the rains came, the brooks swelled, the waterfalls rushed, the grass sprung up new and green, the trees put on new coats of fresh leaves, the animals ate and the birds sang. People sang their songs too, and they remembered. And the earth was once again at peace. Da, 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 da.
So, traveler, what did you see? What did you learn? I'm eager to hear all about your experience. Let me start by unpacking for you some of what you heard and saw. At the beginning, you heard a beautiful song from Amamo. Then a young man, Drew, gave you some background on his people and invited you to listen to Amy. Before Amy shared the story, Matt played a song. Matt is a missionary to the Wiwa people. He lived with them and studied their songs so that he could embrace it as an artist himself. He played a song that would give the imagery of a bird singing. Amy shared a retelling of the creation story in Genesis 1 and the story of Elijah in 1 Kings 17 and 18. You may have noticed how she referred to God as the Creator. She contextualized the characteristics of God that the Wiwa do not understand yet. They believe the Creator brought life into existence and gave each creature a particular task, but they do not believe the Creator continues to sustain life. Amy's story showed the Creator God, the God of our Bible, bringing creation into existence and sustaining life thereafter. You may be asking yourself, what about sayings or proverbs? Well, Trey, our other missiologist, did some research and found this out. Music and storytelling are fundamental to the culture of the Wiwa. However, there's no proverb tradition. In the place of short, pithy sayings, the wisdom narratives that surround the Wiwa people revolve around teachings that can take up to several days, even weeks. Wise sayings and teachings are still passed down, though, mostly through the stories from the mamos and sagas. The role of the missionary with the Wiwa is to listen, earn the respect of the tribe, and find opportunities to contextualize the gospel and scripture. This process is actually what our missionaries did here. They listened and discerned that the story of Elijah was an excellent option to address the issue with how the Wiwa see the Creator. The story of Elijah has a bird sent by God to feed Elijah and sustain him. Wiwa believe that birds act on their own accord, so this story directly speaks to their worldview. Now, traveler, as you continue on your journey and head back home, I encourage you to be a listener of the cultures around you. Learn the songs, engulf yourself in the stories, emulate the proverbs, but above all, spend time in prayer and discernment, that God would speak to you and through you to share His truth to those that do not know Him yet. Our God is a missionary God, and He is sending us to the world with His message.
Jinji.
Mumaya jinji.
Jinji.
아부정 아떼 저지